My brother hijacked my big night, so I handed him the bill. My brother announced his engagement at my graduation dinner, and my dad actually stood up and said, "Finally, something worth celebrating." I didn't argue, didn't cry, didn't even blink. I just kept eating my calamari like it was the most peaceful night of my life, and then I asked the waiter for separate checks. I just finished my master's in nursing from the University of North Haven, paid every dollar myself while working full-time at Riverside County Hospital, surviving on 60-hour weeks, vending machine espresso shots, and leftover turkey wraps from the nurse's fridge. 2 years of exhaustion, no social life, constant panic, and more debt than I want to think about, but I made it. Graduation morning, my mom texted, "It's your day. Pick anywhere you want for dinner." So I chose Valentino's, the fancy Italian spot downtown with the brick walls, string lights, and a wine menu thicker than a dictionary. After 2 years of microwaved noodles, I'd earned one good evening. I got there early and placed my diploma, still in its deep red leather folder, on the chair next to mine, angled perfectly like a centerpiece. My parents arrived first. Mom hugged me, Dad shook my hand, but neither looked at the folder. Mom dove straight into asking if Aunt Denise needed gluten-free options. My brother Donovan strolled in 10 minutes late with his girlfriend Kelsey, smelling like cologne and confidence. He works at our uncle's dealership, takes golf selfies during work hours, and once bragged about crushing his Q3 goals when he'd actually just sold 2 used trucks. We ordered appetizers, calamari, bruschetta, and that overpriced burrata situation that costs more than my electric bill. I was mid-sentence, answering Aunt Denise's question about student loans, when Donovan cleared his throat like he was about to host an award show. He pulled out a Tiffany blue box, popped it open, and grinned so wide I could practically hear his teeth sparkle. The table erupted. Mom shrieked. Aunt Denise started crying. My cousin whipped out her notes app to brainstorm wedding venues. And then my dad, my father, stood, raised his glass, and said, loud enough for the neighboring tables to hear, "Finally, something worth celebrating tonight." My diploma sat there, untouched. 2 years of grinding myself into the ground, and apparently the accomplishment ranked lower than Donovan deciding to propose at my dinner. I took a slow, calm bite of calamari, swallowed, smiled, then said, "Congratulations, you two, really." And I waved down our waiter, a sweet guy named Aaron who'd been on top of everything that night. "Hey, Aaron, could we do separate checks? I'll take mine now. Just my appetizer and water, thanks." The whole table froze. Like, the music stopped, camera zooms in kind of freeze. Mom's fork hovered midair with a piece of bruschetta dangling off it. Donovan was still holding the ring box like he was posing for a magazine cover. Dad set his wine glass down so hard it clinked. "What are you doing?" he asked. "This is a family dinner." "It was supposed to be my graduation dinner," I said pleasantly. "But since we're celebrating Donovan's engagement now, you all can cover that celebration. I've got a 6 a.m. shift tomorrow." "You're being dramatic," Donovan muttered. "Maybe," I said. "Or maybe I'm just paying my own way, like I've paid for everything else over the last 2 years." Aaron came back with my check, $18.73. I tipped him generously, tucked my diploma under my arm, and stood. "Enjoy your night. And seriously, Donovan and Kelsey, congratulations." I walked out into the cool night air, ignoring the buzzing of my phone. Mom calling, Aunt Denise texting things like, "That was so rude and you made this about you." I drove home, changed into my scrubs, made a turkey sandwich, and ate it standing at my counter like a person who'd just survived a final boss battle. 3 hours later, a text from Dad lit up my phone. "Who's paying for this dinner? The bill is $340. I stared at it, smiled, and typed back, "The family with something worth celebrating."